of the seminar, let us express our gratitude to the presence of good Almighty, because by His grace and blessing, we can gather in this place in healthy state to attend the seminar and title Behind the Microscope, a journey to discover invisible life. Next, we will enter the core of the event, namely the presentation of the material that will be delivered by our person today, Hidayat Fitriani, with the behind the microscope journey to discover invisible life. To those who are honorable, we invite you.
Okay, thank you, MC. An essay is a composition or prose writing that discusses a particular topic analytically, interpretively, or reflectively, based on the author personal point of view, but still supported by data, logic, or strong arguments. The main purpose of an essay is to express idea, opinion, or views on a particular issue, phenomenon, or object with a narrative, persuasive, or argumentative writing style. The title is Behind the Microscope, a Journey to Discover Invisible Life. Since I was a child, I was always curious about the little things that others miss, like the movement of ants on the ground, the dew that come to the tips of leaves, or the flowers that slowly bloom in the morning. But all of that was just ordinary curiosity until I was in the 10th grade and held a microscope for the first time in biology class. That day, our teacher brought a drop of pond water and placed it on a glass slide. I was given the opportunity to peek into a world I had never imagined before. Behind the microscope lens, the invisible world was revealed. There were tiny creatures moving, swimming, and interacting with each other as if they had their own world. Those are protozoa, my teacher said, smiling at the amazement of my face. From that day on, biology was no longer just a subject with complicated Latin terms. It became a doorway to understanding life. I began to realize that my own body was a laboratory full of amazing biological processes. How my blood flows, how my muscles work when right, or how my brain processes all this information into experience. Biology taught me to appreciate life, not only humans, but also plants, animals, and even invisible microorganisms. It made me think twice before littering because I know that every ecosystem is interconnected. It also made me wiser in choosing food because I understand how the body processes every substance that enters. But perhaps the most important lesson of all this is the realization that we are a tiny part of a vast and complex web of life. I no longer see a frog as just a happy animal in my backyard, but as an indicator of the health of my environment. I no longer see a tree as just a backdrop in a photo, but as a producer of the oxygen that sustains my breath. Now, every time I look through a microscope, I feel like I'm looking through a tiny window into a much large universe. A universe that life breathes and speaks the language of biology. And there, I found my first love, life itself. Okay, I guess back to MC.
Okay, thank you for the very interesting material. Next, we will enter the question and answer session. Two friends who want to ask, this your time. To the sister is welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Introduce myself. My name is Salsa Karemo. We can to present that. How did the discovery of microorganisms change humanity perspective on life and health also world? Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. Well, let's go back to Hidayatul to answer the question.
Okay, Salsabila. The question is, how did this discovery of microorganisms change humanity perspective on life and health as a whole? The answer: the discovery of microorganisms through the use of microscope revolutionized the way humans perceive life, particularly in the fields of health, biology, and the environment. Before microorganisms were identified, diseases were often attributed to supernatural causes or imbalances within the body. However, with the advance of microscopy and the discovery of bacteria and virus as disease-causing agents, medicine took a monumental leap forward. The germ theory, developed by scientists like Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch, explained that many infectious diseases are caused by invisible microbes. This understanding paved the way for the development and vaccine, antiseptic, antibiotic, and improved public sanitation. Moreover, the existence of microorganisms broadened our definition of life, revealing that countless ancient organisms play critical roles in ecological cycle, from decomposing organic matter to synthesizing nutrients within the human body. The book deeply illustrates how scientists translated sensory limitation to explore this hidden world, ultimately transforming our foundational understanding of life. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Hidayatul, for the answer. How about Salsa? Are you understand?
Thank you for the valuable answer. I will listen it to the
Thank you, Salsa. And the next, the friend who want to ask, please raise your hand. To the sister Isabella.
Okay, thank you, MC. Question for you. I have question for you. Is what were the main challenges faced by early scientists in exploring the microbial world, and how did they overcome them? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Puja. Well, let's go back to Hidayatul to answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Puja. The question is, what were the main challenges faced by early scientists in exploring the microbial world, and how did they overcome them? Early scientists exploring the microbial world encountered numerous challenges, technological, methodological, and even philosophical or societal. One of the great obstacles was the limited capacity of the first microscope, instrument developed by pioneers like Anthony van Leeuwenhoek require exceptional skill to use effectively and over only modes magnification. Additionally, a lack of knowledge about contamination and sterilization often led to flawed experiments. On top of that, the prevailing scientific and societal belief, such as the miasma theory, which hold that disease came from bad air, made it difficult for many to accept the idea of invisible life forms. However, persistent researchers like Pasteur would disprove the theory of spontaneous generation and Koch, who devised methods for isolating and identifying pathogens, eventually changed the scientific landscape. The book showcases the dedication and ingenuity of these scientists, portraying scientific discovery as a process filled with struggle, resistance, and eventual triumph. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Datul. How about Pujal? Are you understand?
Yes, thank you. Now I understand with your answer. Thank you.
And the next, the friend who want to ask, please raise your hand. Okay, the sister is welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Suyanka. Question from me. How is the understanding of microorganisms present in the book relevant to the global challenge, such as pandemic and antibiotic resistance? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hani. Well, let's go back to Datul to answer the question.
Okay, thank you. The question is, how is the understanding of microorganisms presented in the book relevant to today's global challenge, such as pandemic and antibiotic resistance? The understanding of microorganisms presented in this book is highly relevant to current global issues, particularly the COVID-19 pandemic and the growing threat of antibiotic resistance. The book not only explored the historical journey of microbial discovery but also emphasized the ongoing impact of microbes on daily human life, but both positively and negatively in the context of the pandemic. A solid grasp of virology and microbial transmission is crucial for comprehending of disease spread. Why vaccines are essential and how preventive measures work. Meanwhile, antibiotic resistance highlight how microorganisms continue to evolve, especially in response to human issue of medical treatment. The book reminds readers that science is an ever-evolving process that requires collective awareness and responsibility, not just among scientists and policymakers, but among all members of society. In this way, the book encourages readers to both appreciate scientific progress and actively engage in evidence-based decision making in the face of modern biological threats.
Okay, thank you, Hidayatul, for the answer. How about Hani? Are you understand?
I can understand and thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's all the material exposure today. Thanks to friends who have spared their time this morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.